Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 is a 2023 crossover fighting game developed by Fairplay Labs and published by GameMill Entertainment. It is a sequel to Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl and part of the Nickelodeon Super Brawl series. It is a 2D platform fighter similar to Smash Bros, Valhalla, and Multiverses. Now that y'all know what kind of game it is, let's talk about the good. The game look good as a motherfucker. The beautiful color palette really makes playing the game feel warm and inviting. Apart from the stages looking good, they are all referenced out to some of the shows the characters come from, so that's pretty cool. The character models also look good. They look exactly how they would in the show. This actually reminds me of the time when Fairly OddParents and Jimmy Neutron were under the Marvel Multiverses Act, so we all know who did it first. This is exactly what you would expect gameplay-wise, as it is smooth for both online and playing solo. When I adjusted my button mapping, I played it how I would Smash Bros or any other 2D brawler, and I felt right at home. This game having rollback netcode makes all the better when playing online. After trying out all the characters, I picked up quickly who I liked the most and just wanted to learn the ins and outs of those characters, who are Aang and Azula. They feel the most fluid to me for my playstyle. There's a couple other characters I like, but I always seem to go back to those two. The game has an extensive roster to start off already with 25 characters to choose from. The game is easy to play and learn if you're new to the genre, and I believe there is a character for everyone, no matter what playstyle. The combat in this game is pretty good. One of the main reasons is that for each character, most of their movesets are in reference to their respective shows, which is pretty cool. For example, SpongeBob forward strong attack is him swinging his jellyfish net, or his up special is him using his hydrodynamic spatula with port and starboard attachments. And let's not forget the turbo drive. I always appreciate a game that pays attention to detail. I never felt like I played the same character twice because of how unique each moveset is. My favorite characters to play as were Aang and Azula. Aang is a lot more fluid than Azula. He has some nice power behind his attacks, but he's extremely light, so I play a little more strategic with him. Azula fought more like Ganondorf from Smash Bros to me, except she's quicker, shoots fireballs, and shoot lightning that stretches across the goddamn stage. One feature that stood out to me was the slime mechanic. It's basically a final smash like in Smash Bros, but the way it works is you have to build it up either by taking damage or giving damage. You can set someone up and combo into an ult, or you can save it and use it as a surprise. What's also cool about the slime mechanic is that it gives you an extra boost to your attacks, and you can also use a slime burst, which interrupts your opponent's attacks. It does use some of your meter every time you activate it, so don't go spamming it like crazy. It's well balanced in my opinion, as anyone can build this slime meter at any point and use it in the best situation. Now let's talk about the bad. I'm going to start off by addressing the elephant in the room by saying there aren't many people playing All-Star Brawl 2. Most of the games I played online was against the same couple of people in ranked. I couldn't play 2v2 or free for all just simply because there weren't enough people on the server. Even at launch it was hard finding games, which I was a little surprised about until I've done my research, went to steamcharts.com, saw the player count, and what do you know? The game isn't getting much support from the people. The game peaked at over 1,500 players, and the last time I checked, they are only averaging a little bit over 450 players, and that number is slowly decreasing. It's sad to see whole time. I really want this game to win in the biggest way, but it might face the same fate as Multiverses did. I think they sort of shot themselves in the foot from what happened with the first game. It was bare bones from my understanding. It went for $50, and it was not what the fans wanted. They dropped a sequel 2 years later from the same price, and I don't think people were fucking with that all too much because they feel the first game was abandoned after folks had already spent their hard-earned money on it. So trying to recapture an audience that feels burned is surely a difficult task. In my honest opinion, I think the campaign isn't all that great. It's cool that they added it in there, but the fact that it plays as a roguelike and it's not as straightforward is a turn off for me. It didn't keep me engaged at all. When I died the first time, it felt as though it was out of boredom. And when I had to start from the very beginning after getting so far, I got annoyed. I ran through the whole thing one time as Aang and I didn't feel any sense of accomplishment. It felt like something was missing. The bosses were also lackluster as well. I played on normal difficulty and it felt as though I was playing on easy mode. The ultimate animations in this game is laughable, I'm not gonna lie. The whole idea of the mechanic is great, but once you pull it off, it sounds like everything is quiet and there isn't a lot of oomph to it, like that force or impact. It does damage, but it just doesn't feel that way. Takes away that feel of knowing you're getting the best of your opponent. I deadass started laughing when I triggered Aang's ult because I got confused on what had happened. I guess I was expecting more. Things I would like to see in the future. I hope to see more characters from the Nickelodeon studios such as CatDog, Timmy from Fairly OddParents, Princess, Rudy to Booty from Chalk Zone, and Uniqua and Tyrone from the Backyardigans. I hope to see better animations in the future as well. I hope to see true support for the game and the player count rises soon. I would hate to see another game with potential like this fail. The game is $50, so with Christmas being around the corner, the game might go on sale, so I definitely say pick it up, especially if it's in that $30 to $40 range. In the comment section below, let me know what you think of All-Star Brawl 2 if you played it or if you plan on picking it up anytime soon.